Hello and welcome to the channel. Today my name is Elisa Deli. I'm an intuitive tarot reader and astrologer, and today we are getting messages for the month of July and what your higher self would like to communicate to you about the month of July. So we're just checking in with your higher self to see what messages or guidance there is for you for how to best work with the energies in the month of July, what you need to know. We're just leaving it really wide open to see what your higher self, your inner being, would like to communicate to you at this time about the month of July. So with that said, we have 3 piles here: pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. And I'll see you in your pile. All right, pile 1. How are you doing today? I'm so grateful to have you here on the channel. So while I was preparing your cards, I have some oracle cards here, and then we'll pull some tarot for you on camera after we look at the oracle. But while I was preparing your pile, I was getting the phrase "go with the flow" and also finding your center. And we've got a bunch of oracle cards that wanted to come out for you. So let's see what your higher self has to say. We have get into nature, coexistence, gather, limit waste. We have success, secret spring success, and wood nymph beauty. Wow, beautiful. We also have guide. Light attribute represents the nature of the divine in life and in yourself. Shadow attribute places financial gain and control over imparting spiritual insights. We have gossip. Awakens consideration for others' for the feelings of others. Honoring trust. Shadow attribute thrives on the power of passing on private or secret information, betraying confidences. Venusian galactic council. Star being guides answer the call. Time to shine. Gaia gateway activation. Learning experiences, wisdom transmission, earth intelligence. And Pleiadian activation. Coming together, harmony in the heavens, resolution. Wow. They're drawing me to answer the call here. Let me see if this is all okay on camera. Okay, excellent. So they're drawing me to the words answer the call here. So pile number 1, it seems that you are being called into a position of leadership. A position of leadership with this secret spring of success and guide here. Three plus 4 is 7. Yeah, it's like you're stepping into your role as some kind of a spiritual guide or a leader of the new earth. Okay, this is a new earth card for me, and this is a card that also talks about trusting the plan, trusting the divine plan, even if you can't see where the path is taking you, to just continue asking your higher self for the next step forward, and just keep taking one step at a time. One step at a time. Your higher self would like to communicate to you that you have all of the potential, all of the power, all of the strength to step into your role as a guide, as a leader, and you are on the path to success. You are on your path already as we speak. And look how interesting, over here we have wood nymph beauty. 5 plus 2 is 7, so we have 2 7s here. So this is very spiritual to me. That's speaking of about a very spiritual energy. And we also have the Pleiadian activation and the Venusian galactic council. So there's a lot of high vibrational cosmic energy, but there's also a lot of earth energy here. Gaia gateway activation and get into nature. You are going with the flow and coming to your center. That's what was coming through as I was shuffling your cards. You are getting into the flow of yourself and your life and your purpose and your divine path. And you are coming to your center, because when we are in the center, when we are in the heart space, the center of ourselves and our essence, we can easily connect to the earth, to the planet, and to the cosmos, which is where you are exactly. Okay, what's coming through with this wood nymph beauty and gossip is that people are going to be talking about you. You're going to be creating some kind of a you're creating waves. Creating waves. You're creating some kind of a reaction in people. And this may be something that makes you a little bit uncomfortable at first. This may be something that you're learning how to deal with, is learning how to deal with people talking about you and people having things to say, having opinions about you. Maybe opinions about your beauty. And the messages that are coming through with these cards is for you to just pay attention to your daily life. Make sure that you're spending time in nature, that you're spending time grounding, that you're spending time romanticizing and beautifying your life and your experience, and to trust the unfolding process that is happening for you. That you are on your way, you are on your path already. You just have to lean into it and trust that everything that is happening right now is happening for a reason, and that you're on the right path, pile one. you're on the right path. Okay, so I'm gonna grab your tarot cards and see what your higher self would like you to know. What else you'd like to know about the month of July. But it feels like the month of July is really you solidifying into your own success, solidifying into your own truth. What else does the higher self of group 1, higher selves of group 1, what would you like to communicate to group 1? What do they need to know about the month of July? How do they best work with all of these energies? What else do they need to know about the month of July, please? What else do they need to know about the month of July, please? What else? Pile number 1 need to know about the month of July. The World and the Ace of Wands. What else does pile number 1 need to know about the month of July? 4 of Wands. 9 of Swords, reversed. There's one that was flipped in the deck. The Queen of Pentacles. Thank you. The Sun reversed, the Eight of Cups reversed, the Hermit, and the 7 of Swords reversed. So I definitely see a beginning and an end, right? The beginning that is the end that is the beginning, with the World and the Ace of Wands one after another. But the World with the Queen of Pentacles here, you're coming to like a karmic peak, a big soul lesson. Big soul lesson that has to do with you understanding how to manage yourself in a very practical way, manage your life in a very practical way, how to nurture yourself and your essence, how to spend enough time in nature, how to make sure that like your finances are balanced, how to make sure that your house is in order, how to make sure that all of the practical daily things that need to happen have happened, so that you can step into that beautiful guide energy, so that you can embody that 7 frequency of spirituality. Right? It's like you're coming to this big peak where you're learning how to be in the flow, how to be in your center, how to be rooted to the earth and connected to the cosmos, and how to be also just like an organized, well put together, well cared for, intended for human being, right? I'm getting a sense that like you're really stepping into like a phase where you understand that having your domestic life and like those mundane things in order, how much that provides a solid foundation for you to be able to do the spiritual work that you need to do in the world. And with the Ace of Wands, with the Sun reversed, I'm really seeing that you're tapping into more of your own spiritual energy. You're tapping into more of your own life force energy and understanding that you create your own happiness. You create your own joy. You are the one who's able to create the energetic alignment, the energetic frequency within you that creates joy, that creates abundance, that creates overall well-being. They're drawing me to this flag here, and the way that it's kind of flowing, the way that it kind of looks like a snake or a flame or water. There's something about this kind of flow energy that's very relevant for you. This kind of also kind of reminds me of like Kundalini snake energy, right? Which is kind of what I associate a lot with the Ace of Wands. You know, that spiritual, but also life force energy, sexual energy. Maybe this is a month where you're working on alchemy, white tantra, spiritual transmutation of sexual energy. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I would just throw into Google or into YouTube white tantra, and you'll find a lot of different videos about it. There's a really good video on the channel Astral Doorway. There's also another on the channel the Three Mountains, where she talks about it and teaches about what white tantra is, what sexual alchemy is. And that might be something that's very important and relevant to some of you, okay? Okay, this is very interesting. The message is coming through with this Four of Wands and the Eight of Cups reversed. You know, the Eight of Cups can be a card that talks about us moving on, leaving a situation, leaving behind something. What's coming through today is that it's like you've abandoned your any kind of emotional fascination you have with leaving whatever situation you're in. So maybe you were in a situation where you were fantasizing a lot about shifting, changing, moving, leaving something behind, leaving someone behind, leaving a relationship behind, leaving a home or a job behind. But now you've settled into the fact that you are where you're supposed to be, and that all of the joy and the abundance is already in your life, and that in order to create more stability, more spiritual stability, more emotional stability, you have to make time for the void. You have to make time for the nothing to come within yourself, okay? And that's echoed with the Nine of Swords reversed and the Hermit. You're learning that, you know, in order to leave behind any emotional discomfort, any lack of clarity, any fear, that it's just about you making time to go within, to tend to your own inner essence and energy. I'm really getting a sense that this month meditation is something that's very powerful and profound for you. This white tantra is something that will be helpful for you. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck to clarify this Seven of Swords reversed. Judgment, yeah. Ooh, and the Strength popped out reversed. How interesting. Which one should we take? They're telling me to take the Strength reversed, actually, not Judgment. Although the fact that your bottom of the deck energy is Judgment is really telling to me even more about how this, it's like you're at a point of deep inner maturity, right? It's like when both Judgment and the World talk to me about, like, on a personal development alchemical process, that we are at the end of a big lesson. And we have Judgment, the World, the Sun, and the Hermit, and Strength. So a lot of major arcana out here for you. This is a big part of your process and your journey. This message is very important. You're at a point right now where you're really reaching a peak, a big peak. Okay. Something about making your mark, making a sigil, maybe. Seven. Again, they're driving me to the seven. It's like you're learning how to make your spiritual mark. You're learning how to make your spiritual signature. You're honing in on what your signature energy is. And as I'm sitting here, I'm now seeing a big predatory bird, a hawk, or it looks like a hawk, or is it a vulture? It's a vulture. Okay. So vulture energy is about death and rebirth, right? Vulture energy is about the transmutation and the processing of death and things that other animals cannot. So you're in this process. You're processing, you're transmuting energy, and you're learning how to make your spiritual mark, how to make your spiritual essence. Maybe you're honing in on exactly how you want to step into this role as a guide, right? As a leader. What kinds of offerings you want to make to the world, how you share your wisdom, how you impart your soul frequency out to the world in a way that is helpful for other people. And you're in this process of doing this final transmutation. Don't resist any last bits of shadow work, even though you're at this point and this peak right now where you're really at this point of maturation. Doesn't mean that there can't be little last bits of shadow work that needs to be done and integrated. But I would say that the things that are coming through for you strongly is sexual transmutation and meditation as two key factors that are going to be very helpful for you during this time and that are going to assist you during the month of July. But pile number one, you are well on your path. You're aligned with your purpose. You're aligned to your soul's calling. You're aligned to this process of stepping into your leadership role, stepping into your role as a spiritual guide to assist others and to help humanity. You just need to continue the process that you're in and continue solidifying that you are where you're supposed to be, that everything you need is already right in front of you. Everything you need is already right in front of you. You don't need to go looking anywhere else for it. All the answers are within. All the energy is within. Connect with the sun. Solar energy is going to be very helpful for you during the month of July. Also, eating foods that have been grown in the sun. Maybe charging your water in the sun before you drink it. Working with solar sun energy in a very conscious way is going to also be very helpful for you. And making sure that you're getting enough time outside in nature, okay? Outside in nature. That's going to be helpful, all right? I never really noticed this before, but it seems like there's kind of 3 peaks to these mountains. So maybe the YouTube channel, The 3 Mountains, is going to have some guidance and assistance for you. Maybe the concept of the 3 mountains is something that you want to just look into and understand as far as it comes to like awakening and spirituality. It might be something that is helpful for you. Okay, pile number 1. Is there anything else that we need to know before we end out this message? whatever this reminds you of, this flag, whether it's Kundalini energy, whether it's getting into the flow, whether it's like life force, sexual energy, whatever this reminds you of, pay attention to that this month, okay? It's going to be very important and helpful for you. But I'm really feeling with this Ace of Wands, it's like sexual energy. All right, pile number one. I want to take this time to honor and thank you and your higher self for choosing me to be the channel to bring these messages through for you. I'm so blessed and lucky to have you here on the channel with me. I want to acknowledge and give a deep bow to your higher self, to your process. You really are very much aligned. You're on your path. Continue. Don't stop. Your higher self is very excited for where you are at and what the future holds for you, and would like to just send you lots of love and congratulations in the process, okay? Pile number one, I'm sending you so much love, and I'm hoping that you are so well. If you made it here all the way to the end, and if this content was resonant and helpful for you, consider giving the video a like. It really does help me out as a small channel, and it helps me understand what kind of content is resonant and helpful for you guys. So yeah, with that said, I'll be signing off. Sending you love. Hello, pile number two. How are you? If you were attracted to this Be Thankful card, this is your message for this is your message for pile number two for the month of July, for what it is that your higher self would like to talk to you about the month of July. So as I was preparing your oracle cards, I was tapping into dragon energy, okay? Dragon energy was coming through very strongly. I like saw a big, in my third eye, a big dragon, darker colored dragon. And so there's something that's wanting to come through about working with the dragon energy, channeling dragon energy. We're in a dragon year. Maybe you work with dragons. We'll see. Let's see what else wants to come through for you. So we have back to basics, simplify, reduce, center, enjoy music, instruments, sound, time. We have protection, land guardians of the land, with 21. And we have dragon power with 11. Yes, thank you. Thank you for that beautiful confirmation. Yeah. So I love that we got the confirmation for a dragon here with you. I don't look at the cards as I'm before flipping them over here for you. So that was a great confirmation. Thank you. So there's a couple different messages coming through. First of all, making sure that you're spending enough time, like if you have an altar, making sure that your altar is clean, making sure that your altar is cleared, making sure that it's like fresh and organized. Don't neglect your altar. That's one message. Another message is to make sure you're spending enough time connecting in prayer, connecting to your inner being, to your higher self. Connecting to gratitude, right? This main primary card that drew you to this pile is a card that talks about gratitude as the vehicle for manifestation, for joy, and for love. Because when we are centered and solid in gratitude, then it is the easiest way to call in more blessings, to call in more abundance, to call in more joy. Okay? And it's very important for you in the month of July, pile number two, to be mindful of the things that you already have, that you already have accomplished, that all the blessings that are already around you, okay? And with back to basics, with guardians of the land protection, your higher self would like you to get back to basics in terms of like just making sure that like you've your physical reality is in order, right? Making sure your house is organized, making sure that your finances are in order, making sure that, you know, you're not behind on like doing like your laundry, making sure that, you know, you're eating well, you're exercising, you're sleeping well, all of those kinds of back to basics things that really call us to reduce the clutter in our lives physically, emotionally, and mentally. So strip away all the things that are distracting you, strip away what's no longer helping you. So we have 11 and 21, which reduces to a 3. So 11 and 3. 11 is a master number. You might be a life path 11. That really talks about being a spiritual guide, a spiritual leader, a spiritual example. It's a very, it's about bringing spiritual comfort to the people who are around you and being a harmonious person with those around you, but also at the same time being a spiritual example of leadership, while at the same time being in harmony, because 11 reduces to a 2, right? And the 1 and 1 next to each other, they look like two people speaking and engaging. So 11 really talks about using spiritual maturity and spiritual lifetimes and lifetimes of spiritual experience to help create harmonious relationships with others and to be an example to others. 21 reducing to a 3. Manifestation. 3 is the manifestation number. 3 is the creation number. So getting back to basics will help you manifest, and working on your protection. Let me see here what this. The message is coming through is the more that you can tap into gratitude and appreciation for what you already have and for your spirit guides that are already around you, including your dragon and your protector spirits, your land spirits, okay? That's going to, if you appreciate them, and also dragons are also, to me, energies that I associate a lot with land. So maybe you have like a mountain range that's near you. Maybe you have a body of water that's near you. Maybe you have some sort of significant physical landmark on the landscape that you live in and around. Go to that place, connect with that mountain, connect with that body of water, connect with that earth essence, because that usually is the portal or the place where dragon energy is anchored into our earth. This is also very relevant for grid workers, for people who are here to assist the awakening of the planet, of Mother Earth. Okay? So you will be, the more you connect and appreciate the spirits that are already working with you, which include the land spirits and the dragon that's with you, the more you will be protected. And one way that you can connect with your dragon spirit more, I think, will be through music, sound healing. This is my sound healing card. Okay? Let me make sure this is all on camera. I didn't do that earlier. Sorry. Pile 2. Still getting used to this whole YouTube situation. So working with frequency, sound, is going to be something that aligns you deeper to your dragon spirit. Also, there's the full moon here, so the full moon being a time where maybe you can connect with your dragon. The full moon this month of July is a full moon in Capricorn at the anaretic degree, the 29th degree of Capricorn. It's going to be a very powerful, potent full moon that's conjunct Pluto. You may want to check out my other video that I talked about the astrology on this if you want to look into it a little bit more. But that could be a time where you have some breakthroughs. So let's see. For pile number 2, please. For pile number 2. Pile number 2's higher self. What do they want to communicate to them about the month of July? Higher self messages and guidance from pile number 2's Higher self guidance and messages from pile number 2, the part of pile number 2 that is eternal and with them from lifetime to lifetime, the part of them that is always connected to source, the part of them that is pulling them forward and guiding them forward on their soul's evolutionary journey. Pile number 2, what messages does your higher self want to say to you about the month of July at this time, please? Pile number 2. The Moon, Justice, the Hermit. Wow. Wow. Okay, really big energy right off the bat. Pile number 2. Wow. Let's see what else. Okay. And we'll take the bottom of the deck here. Yes. Okay. Okay, pile 2. We have 4 major arcana on the table and 2 kings. Powerful energy. It's no wonder that you're walking with a dragon, okay? With the Moon and the King of Wands, I'm really seeing this as you stepping into your authority, your intuitive authority, your spiritual authority. You commanding your own energy, you understanding how to work with the occult and secret mysteries, you aligning yourself to your essence in a very, very, it's like a balance between yin and yang energy that's very strong, like yin being the moon, yang being King of Wands. It's like you're aligned in the vertical sense so that you can act in the horizontal sense. That's really what I think about when I think about yin and yang energy. Yin is the vertical, connecting to the cosmos, connecting to the earth, aligning our chakras and our energy. And then the yang is the horizontal expression, moving outward into the world and helping people and engaging with them. That 11 energy, right? That 3 plus 11, that 3 and 11, 3 being the manifesting, the creation, the King of Wands, 11 being like that moon, right? Justice and the Knight of Swords reversed. So, let's see. So there's a message here about slowing down a little bit, slowing down, taking your time, allowing the natural laws of the universe to reveal themselves to you and to unfold with you in this month. To not be hasty when it comes to making judgments on other people or things in your life. To not be hasty. Don't be hasty, right? Don't be hasty when it comes to enacting any kind of judgment on others. And especially when it comes to relationships. There may be any kind of legal matters or if signing documents, things of that nature. Don't be hasty. Don't be hasty because the natural organic laws of the universe are working at all times, and they are working with you at all times, and they are going to be unfolding and revealing themselves to you and making things happen for you this month, so you don't need to be hasty in trying to rush anything. Pile 2. Hermit with the star. I mean, just beautiful, absolutely beautiful energy. You are this beautiful cosmic seeker. You are this wonderful spiritual soul who has so much to offer and to give and to help people in the process of remembering. I feel like you're coming into a deep remembrance and alignment with yourself, and therefore you are going to be able to help others in that process soon as well, right? I really think that you are at a place right now, pile number 2, where there's just so much positive energy that's brewing so much strength and power. Keep pouring into yourself. Keep taking care of yourself. Keep prioritizing yourself first. Make sure you're working with your dragon guide. Your dragon guide really wants to help you in this process, wants to empower you, wants to keep pouring cosmic knowledge and information into you, wants to help you come into deeper remembrance of your strength and of who you really are. It's interesting with this King of Swords and the Ten of Swords reversed. I'm getting, for some reason, I'm being drawn to the way that these knives are in the spine of this person, and thinking about you like removing, pulling out any specifically any beliefs or thought processes which have been blocking your energy field, which have been blocking any of your of the flow within you. I'm getting this image of like these getting pulled out of this spine, falling down, falling out. And this King of Swords energy is coming through as like angelic divine protection. I'm feeling that this is you and your King of Wands moon energy, and this is your spirit guides, this is your angels, this is your dragon, this is your multidimensional assistance and protection. Because the King of Swords often comes to me that way. He often comes to me as a protector spirit, kind of like an Archangel Michael type of energy that wants to protect us, wants to help us, and wants to help us banish, clear, and remove anything that is blocking our energy so that we can come into deeper alignment with our truth, right, and ourself. And it really feels that way with you here, pile number 2. It feels like this is a powerful reminder that not only are the natural laws of the universe unfolding to your benefit and assisting you, but your spiritual team is here strong. You've got land spirits that are strong with you, you've got your dragon that is strong with you, and you've got your angels that are strong with you, that are assisting you in this process of clearing these blockages. So just focus on that. Focus on getting, again, back to basics, making sure that this month you are centered, you're taking care of your physical reality, because the spiritual reality is going to be highly accelerated. This month is going to be very powerful for you, pile number 2. There's going to be a lot of upgrades, a lot of alignments, a lot of breakthroughs. You want to be aware about July 15th. We have a Mars-Uranus conjunction. This is going to be a time that's extremely powerful. There's going to be a lot of shakeups, a big energetic quantum clearing shift upgrade that happens that could feel uncomfortable depending on where this conjunction is in your chart. It's at 26 degrees of Taurus. So if you know how to look at your birth chart and you know where 26 degrees of Taurus is in your birth chart, this can give you a clue as to what part of your life might be having this incredible shake-up, clearing, awakening, new perspective that's coming through. This could be a great day for you to make sure you're spending time in nature, to make sure that you're grounding, to make sure that you're connecting with your dragon and your land spirits, okay? So, and for those of you, if you are unaware of this dragon spirit or these land spirits, then what you really need to do is just spend time in meditation, spend time outside, spend time in the elements, and this will help connect you to those spirits, because I feel that most of you are aware about this connection, but some of you may not be. And if you're not aware of the dragon spirit that's walking with you, then all you need to do is make yourself available to it, and it will reveal itself, okay? Something about decoration, adornment. Maybe you need to create some kind of an altar space with some decorations or some adornments for your dragon spirit. Maybe you need to adorn yourself more, pay more attention to the way you take care of yourself, what you put on yourself, how you present yourself. This is all very important, right? The way that we treat ourselves, what the clothing and the items and the cosmetics that we put on our body and the way we present ourselves has multidimensional ripples. So present yourself, dress yourself, adorn yourself as if you were presenting yourself to the gods or to the universe, right? To be mindful that when you want to connect with your dragon, dress up, right? Maybe dress up as if you were going on a date or as if you were going to an interview, right? Dress to impress, because when you feel powerful and confident in what you're wearing, when you feel that what you're wearing represents who you are and what your intentions are, then that adds power to you. That gives you power. Okay, pile 2. Wow, thank you so much for these beautiful messages. I want to just take this opportunity to thank your higher self, to give a deep bow of acknowledgement and recognition to your higher self, to your essence. And I want to thank you and your higher self for choosing me as the channel to bring this through, to bring through these messages. It was my deepest honor and privilege to do so. If you've made it here all the way until the end and you feel called to give this video a like, it would really help me out. And I just thank you so much for being here on the channel. You are a powerful, powerful soul, and you're really stepping into that this month in July. I really believe you're going to be manifesting a lot, but it's going to be coming from a place of natural flow because you've done the inner work. So all of the inner work that you've done is going to start showing up on the outside for you. Allow it to show up for you. Remember, you've got your dragon, land spirits, angels, you've got the natural laws of the universe on your side and in your favor. Allow that to work through you and for you, okay? Thank you so much, pile number 2. I'm sending you so much love. Hello, pile number 3. How are you doing today? Hope you're doing well. Okay, so today we're getting messages from your higher self about what your higher self, your higher essence would like to communicate to you about the month of July. And we have your card, Upskill, Work, Career, Crossroads. And as I was preparing your oracle cards and tapping into your energy, I was getting a very grounded, calm, steady energy. You're very steady, pile number 3. So it felt really nice. And let's see, we have a few oracle cards here that I pulled for you, and then we'll be getting some tarot on camera to continue the message for you. So pile number 3. First and foremost, we see clearly here that there's something about your work and career that is coming up for you. This may be a month where your higher self would like you to shift directions. We have laugh and have fun, smile, positive energy, joyfulness. We have begin writing now, create, express, inspire. We have student, light attributes, humility and devotion to knowledge, openness to lifelong learning. Shadow attributes, arrogance in the pursuit of destructive knowledge, unwillingness to translate knowledge into action. We also have artist, light attribute, expressing dimensions of life that is just beyond the 5 senses, inspiring others to see life symbolically. Shadow attribute, using talent as an excuse to mistreat others, posing as a starving artist to earn pity. Your higher self would like you to look at a new dimension of life. A new dimension of life that would allow you to be more creative, to try different things, to have more fun, to play more, okay? And what's really interesting here is with this student, with the little boy, he's got the book and he's like in this tree. It's reminding me of this little boy here. It's like the same image, right? Look at that. It's basically the same image here. The tree of knowledge, the tree of learning, tree of life. Knowledge, learning, studying creates growth within you, allowing yourself to study what you're interested in, to create new different things. Maybe you're a writer, maybe you're a painter, maybe you are interested in like, I don't know, like cinematography. I'm getting a sense that there's, for each of you, it's going to be quite different, but I'm getting a really strong creative impulse. There's a lot of creativity within you that would like to be expressed. So in the month of July, if you're interested in taking some kind of a course, studying something, learning about a new skill, maybe you want to just buy some paint and start painting, you know, start playing, start experimenting, trying new and different things, and open yourself to a dimension of life. Look at this, expressing a dimension of life that is just beyond the 5 senses. That's the artist, in expressing a dimension of life that is just beyond the 5 senses. That's what the artist does. It expresses the things that we cannot see, taste, touch, but the things that we can feel. Really beautiful, powerful art inspires us to feel something, to feel an emotion. A poem, a good poet, earns that through life experience because they've had lots of experiences that create the ability for them to impart those emotional, raw emotions through their poetry. Same thing as a painter, same thing as a storyteller or a writer or any other kind of artist. It's about having those life experiences that are translated through whatever is being expressed. And your higher self would like you in the month of July to have fun with this process, to play and at the same time to study something you're interested in, and to think about, open yourself up to the fact that this may be a new career path that is unfolding for you. Your future, the way in which you earn money, the way in which you make a living, and the work you do in the world in the future will be determined by what you allow yourself to explore, to study, and to experiment with now. So in the month of July, your higher self would like you to really dive into this other dimension, expressing a dimension of life that is just beyond the 5 senses. Your higher self would like you to go into that. So now let's get some more messages from your higher self, from pile number 3's higher self, the part of them that is eternal and with them from lifetime to lifetime, the part of them that is pulling them forward on their evolutionary journey, the part of them that is helping them align to deeper love and joy and fulfillment and to their true essence. Pile number 3's higher self, what would you like to tell them about the month of July? What would you like to communicate? What else do you need them to know? Month of July, what else do you need them to know, please? Page of Swords, study, yes. 6 of Wands, reversed. Ooh, okay, thank you. Let's see. Feeling them like this. King of Swords reversed, the Emperor, 10 of Swords reversed, the 4 of Pentacles reversed, 3 of Wands reversed, and the King of Pentacles. Okay. Okay, pile number 3. You have to face your fear around this creativity, okay? I'm getting a sense that there may be some wound for you around allowing yourself to be creative, around allowing yourself to express, around allowing yourself to explore whatever this new creative field, this part of you that is an artist, this part of you that is an innately creative, expressive being. There may be some wounding around that. Maybe when you were young, you didn't get a lot of support. Maybe no one told you you were a good artist. Maybe you weren't given the time or the space or the environment to explore this part of yourself. But it's a part of you that requires you to really look at those fears that you have around being seen, around expressing yourself, around putting yourself out there. You know, art is something, and creatively self-expressing is something that is so personal, right? It requires us to really kind of like bare our soul in a certain way. And your higher self would like to tell you that there are people out there in the world who will like you and what you have to offer. There is an audience out there for you. There are people who are interested in what you have to say and what you are producing. But first, before you find those people, you have to find it for yourself. You have to enjoy you have to enjoy the creative process simply for the sake of creating. You have to allow yourself and give yourself permission to create before you can find other people who are going to approve of it for you. You have to give yourself the self-approbation and begin the process yourself first before you find anyone else who will give it to you. And we can see that here with the Six of Wands reversed, with the Four of Pentacles reversed. Your higher self would like to tell you that it's not time for you to worry about being victorious or earning a living necessarily from this endeavor just yet. You're still in the process where you need to first solidify your own creative voice, your own creative vision, your own signature and perspective, you know, like your own style. You need to develop your voice. You need to develop your perspective. You need to develop your style and your point of view. And this will all kind of depend on what your medium is, whether it's like writing or painting or drawing or filmmaking, whatever it is. You have to develop that voice, that you have to develop that point of view. And develop what it is that's important to you, what your values are, what you want to express. You need to practice. You need to practice and make stuff. Start making stuff so that you can first develop that, and then the audience, the money, the recognition, the stability will follow. Okay? And with the King of Swords reversed, with the Three of Wands reversed, I'm getting a similar message as the Six of Wands reversed and the Four of Pentacles reversed. It's like, don't be so hard on yourself. Don't be so critical of yourself. Don't put any kinds of like mental or rational expectations of like, oh, no one's gonna want to buy this, or this doesn't make any sense, or why am I wasting time doing this if this isn't gonna have quote like results, right? If this isn't like taking me anywhere, right? You cannot look at this creative process, at this development of your voice, at this development of your perspective and your point of view. You can't look at that as a waste of time or as unproductive. You have to give yourself grace. You have to give yourself the time and space to grow. It doesn't happen overnight. It's something that requires time, and it requires you to have compassionate, kindness for yourself, not harsh, not judgmental. You don't want to be judgmental of yourself as you create for the first time, as you begin this process of developing your voice, right? Or as you are on this journey of developing your voice and your creativity. It's not time for you to be judgmental. And your higher self would like to let you know that if you continue, if you keep at it, if you give yourself the time and the space and the grace to develop your voice, that you will get to success. With the Emperor and the King of Pentacles, this is like a big manifestation combo. This is like a big get shit done, create wealth, create stability, create something real and tangible and sustainable for yourself, because you're a very grounded, reasonable, practical person. Pile number 3, I could feel it in your energy when I tapped into you. You're very steady, right? And so I can understand that you want to have a certain level of steadiness in your life. You want to have a certain level of guarantee or consistency in your life. And that's okay, but you are someone who's wise beyond measure. Look at this guy, the Emperor and the begin writing now guy. Like this you're like, you have like an inner Gandalf within you. You have an inner sage within you, an inner wise, deep wisdom, old soul energy. That's maybe why it feels so calm, your energy. Also, maybe it's your age. Maybe you are, maybe you're older, right? But regardless of your age, you've got old soul energy. You've got old wisdom within you, sage energy. And that wisdom wants to be expressed creatively. And you, pile number 3, are going to create stability for yourself through whatever this creative endeavor is. And you will get the manifestation. You will create a good, steady income. You will figure out a way to make it work for you. But before all of that, you have to have this period of time where you're studying, you're developing your voice, you're not actively seeking an audience or trying to earn money. You're not being judgmental of yourself or trying to necessarily get anywhere with it. You're just creating for the sake of creating. For the sake of figuring out what you enjoy, what you want to say with your art, what you want to put out there into the world, what's important to you, what's fun for you, what itches that scratch, that primordial, deep soul yearning that is coming up for you at this time in the month of July, pile number 3. This is absolutely beautiful energy. And you know, I want to say that even if this isn't coming to you in the month of July, I feel that there are some of you who are not in this particular moment in time, but whenever this message reaches you, it's your time to explore this part of yourself. It's your time to grow. Pile number 3, you are also divinely protected in this process. You do not have to worry so much. You are protected, you are steady, you are safe. You can explore this part of yourself without fear. Your higher self would like you to say to go into the darkness, whatever that is for you. Go into those dark feelings, those dark emotions, the part of you that maybe is a little bit that you maybe don't enjoy. None of us really enjoy sitting with the darkness, right? It's hard to look at our fear, to look at our pain, to look at our trauma, to look at the difficult things in our lives. Your higher self would like you would like to invite you to use this creative process, this creative development of voice, as a way to process those dark emotions, as a way to process and experience and transmute those dark emotions through creating something out of them. Use those dark emotions as fuel. Use those dark, traumatic past experiences as inspiration, or as the inspiration, as material for whatever it is that you are producing now. That is also going to be very helpful for you. Yeah, and you just trust that you are protected. They're drawing me to this pentacle that's on the top of the head of this person in the 4 of Pentacles, and it's coming through as like protection. It's coming through as like a shield above your crown. It's coming through as like while you are processing, creating, and channeling this creative energy, you are protected, you are safe, you are secure. And this is going to bring you into higher alignment with your true essence and with your spiritual self, this creative process. Okay, pile number 3. So thank you so much. I want to take this moment to acknowledge and thank your higher self, your inner being, and give a deep bow to your multidimensional spiritual essence for choosing me to be the channel to bring through this message. It has been an honor and a privilege. I feel so grateful to have you here on the channel. You have such a unique, beautiful voice. You have such creativity that wants to be expressed. And if you allow yourself, it will come. If you allow yourself to explore the process, it will come, and it will create a beautiful, stable, fulfilling life for you. Pile number 3. All right. Thank you so much for being here on the channel. If you made it all the way here to the end, and if this reading was resonant for you, please consider giving the video a like. It does help me out so much as a small creator. It really lets me know what you guys are interested in, and it helps me grow my channel. So thank you so much. I thank you in advance for that. And I'm sending you so much love, pile number 3. I hope that you're doing so well. And best of luck in July or whenever this reading has found you. Sending love.